Okay, so I decided to talk a bit. I got a bit of a situation here. I need to relax. Yeah, I mean, I was doing really good. And now it's like, I shouldn't worry about running out of gas. It's not a big deal. I get out in the morning, I hitchhike to Sunny Valley, get a gas can, you fill it with fuel. They probably have one. A lot of the times they go, no, we don't have a jerry can, sir. You have to have your own, sir. So you're in a bad situation. I'll have to call a tow truck or something and get them to come with fuel or something. That's if I run out. So it's still not. It's just touching the red. So the low fuel light thing came on and it said 30 kilometers. That's kind of pushing it for me. I've done 20, so I'm just a big crybaby, This is what I hate about my life now. Right now, it's God, I'm just so. Without imbibing at least 4 to 5 beers a day, I'm really kind of sketchy. So, but I got to go through this, and I'll I can feel a difference already, though. I was talking about paroxysmal. I've gone paroxysmal. I think I might even have a normal sinus rhythm. For the first time in 2 years, I've been chronic. And they're saying, I was reading this. They have all sorts of theories about it's chronic. If it progresses, it gets worse. Yeah, well, they've observed that in people. Sure, most of the time it gets worse. Because if your heart is getting worse, it's a bloody scary situation. Most people can't handle that psychologically, right? So me, though, I'm very defiant. I'm defying it. I don't believe in their theories, and it's been really interesting lately. And it all started with something else. I won't go into that. I was telling somebody about that today, and they just look at me like, what? Yeah, what? All it is a cause and effect link. I don't know for sure, but I suspect that, when they say, no, it's not like this, I think, well, maybe they're wrong. They're wrong all the time, So I just do my own thinking, and so yeah, I won't go into it, the details. And it's organic chemistry, biochemistry, biomechanical, neurochemistry, blah 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 stuff I don't even know anything about, right? Not really. I mean, I'm not formally trained, but I wouldn't want to be formally trained because I think they get so much information shoved into their head that it clouds their judgment in ways. They get, basically what they do is, I know if somebody comes out of university and they're they regurgitate information. They don't really teach you critical thought, I don't think. That's my opinion. Critical thought is a different thing. Wow, you wouldn't believe this valley here. Maybe I'll get you a view here. Oh, I think this is the way now. Yeah. I had one little opportunity. Oh, here it is. Look at that. Look at that. See that mountain? It's steep. See that? We're looking at it face on, so it's hard to tell the slope of it, but it's steep. I can tell. Those are fluted rivulets. The water in the summer comes down waterfalls through those and carves out into that mountain. This is the Coast Mountains we're into now. Hope is only a little ways now. I should make it to Sunny Valley, which is not Hope, but I can't. I don't have a hope of making it to Hope. I'm gonna have to park it at the gas station. I'm pretty sure there's a gas station in Sunny Valley, and I'm gonna spend the night parked at the gas station, and then I can gas up in the morning when they open. So I should be fine. It's downhill all the way, more or less. I just coast, right? But these vehicles, they like my car. If I try to start my car and just let it idle, I would watch the range would start to go down. It'd be 230. A couple minutes later, it would say 229. And I'd idle like that for a couple hours, and then it'd be down to 215 or something. Right? I'd burn off like 15 kilometers worth of gas just trying to warm the car on Silver Hope Creek. I think my life has been so dramatic that it's like, it's been a really weird thing, the effect it's had on people around me. I think, like, especially one person. I've discovered that today. And I'm floored. I tell you, it was a difficult day for me. I've had a lot of anxiety about it. Because, this person, I've hurt them, I think, pretty bad, but I didn't mean to. I'm just a fool. Like, I'm not being mindful. I'm not thinking. I think it's I'm not going to blame the deltas. It's a situation, and people, we're human, right? There's a saying. It's true. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be human. And so, yeah, perfection is I don't really like perfection. Well, just let me ask you this. Do you find perfect people attractive? Like the perfect person? Perfect in every way. They have no problems. How can they understand you? The imperfect person, like 99.99% of us, like maybe let's say it's 100%. There is no such thing as a perfect person. So we all understand. We have feet of clay, and we make mistakes. And I've been crying lately. Like, I'm really emotional. I'm going through this thing, and I'm trying really hard to live. Because I can feel myself slipping away with this disease. I'm letting it take me. I let them. The whole system is broken. You got to keep going back to the same doctor, and you're supposed to have a relationship with one doctor. In a way, it's kind of worked out better for me this way, right? Because I don't have to be like, get the commandant Klink, give me the Hitler speech, and like controlling everything on me, and saying no to this and no to that, and like the young guy at the hospital is an intern. And he was like, no, Mediterranean diet. There's hundreds of studies to show that the Mediterranean diet, no. And I was like, beets, no, beets, no. The nitrates, no, nitrates, no. No to everything. He's just like, headstrong young guy. He's like he's the kind of kid who, like, if he doesn't get 100% on his score, he's really upset, right? There was a guy like that in engineering. He blew his head off. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to. But yeah, that's a bad way to be, right? You should have an open mind and be willing to. That's where critical thought comes from: is being willing to make mistakes and try to think critically. Yeah. I'm glad you joined me. So 8 minutes. This is going to be an ultra long. Well, aside from the speedy parts, it would have only been 36 minutes for the entire trip if I had averaged 100 kilometers an hour. But I'm doing like 75 right here, and the needle's still holding. I can't see my odometer anymore, but I got my other little computer here. I got my spare phone. It's got the map on it. You see that? There's the map, yeah. And it's showing my little dot. Even though I don't have cell phone tower, these GPS, it's receiving a signal from outer space, and it knows where it is on the map. So now we just came out of Manning Provincial Park. I'll show you. See the green? There we are, 20 minutes, and the cloud is a line through it, eh? No clouds allowed. No clouds. It's been an interesting little trip though, and I've been a little anxious about the gas thing, but kind of scoffing at myself, like, come on, suck it up, cupcake, what's wrong with you, I should have a fight with myself and beat myself up or something. I deserve a good shit kicking from myself, I don't like to do that to other people, I get into fights sometimes, but it's always when a friend of mine is being picked on by somebody. I will defend my friend. Probably to the death. Like it's a matter of to me it's a matter of honor. Your friend. you should love your friends, shouldn't you? I don't know, like I do. I always did, and I don't know. I think maybe I'm just weird that way. I don't think I'm a normal person. I don't know. I know there's people out there that are like that, but you know, all the good ones, they get into relationships and then they're happy and content, and they don't need, you know, like me, I place priorities on other things, and that's hurt me. I was addicted to mountain biking. I wanted to go mountain biking all the time. I could have been chasing after women and, you know, getting the money and the job and trying to have a family. Some people really want that, you know. I do too. I want it now. Better late than never, right? I mean, I can, I don't know, you know, like they say, men, they go through like male menopause or whatever, and well, that's just because, you know, they expect you to get older, because that's what the average person does, right? So, but if you're a really healthy person, if you're a strong man, nah, you're okay. You can. I think men have had children into their, you know, late years, and I'm not 70. That's the important thing. Don't complain unless you're 70 or older. There's nothing to complain about. Aging doesn't really accelerate until after 70. That's the average person, though. Those are just the statistics and the epidemiological studies. More studies and statistics. The doctors say this, well, you know, 50% of the time, blah, blah, blah. And studies have shown, yeah, you do your own study. Go study your face in a mirror or something. Don't talk to me about your studies. I don't give a shit. Sorry, it's my rant. I go on about doctors these days. We don't have a good working relationship, doctors and I. But like I said, I think it's kind of working to my advantage, because I'm in control here. Baba, yeah, Mr. Doctor guy with your little prescription tablet, and I got to go get requisitions to get blood work, and then I have to call you back to get the results, even though you never really they never give me titration instructions. You know how much warfarin to take. I want off of it though, because warfarin's no good for your blood pressure. You can't eat the vegetables you need to control your blood pressure. So it's working against the diltiazem. They're a bad combination. There's a better one, and it doesn't interfere with vitamin K. It's called well, anyways, it starts with a P. Praxan or something. And there's actually an antidote for it. So if you get into an accident and you're bleeding, they can inject you with an antidote, and your coagulation is normal. You need that if you're, you know, hemorrhaging. What they do on warfarin is they give you a massive vitamin K injection at the hospital, and that gets you out of it, right? So, but there's another one where if you're on it and you get a cut, you can just bleed out. There's nothing they can do about it. They would have to put a lot of pressure on the wound and keep it like mechanical, like pressure on it until, you know, your body mids up or something. I don't know how they deal with it. Oh, we're getting into some fog now. But atrial fibrillation, doctors have their standard way. Hey, let's put a compound into the guy's body that fixes his heart. Wow, it really works. Okay, bye, go home now. The guy goes home and they never hear from him ever again, because he sits at home staring at the wall. He's been lobotomized, has no willpower to do anything. And something has happened to me over the last 2 years. These things that have happened to me in my experience on the internet, finding this young girl. I know it's weird, but I told her I think she saved my life. But that's a huge responsibility to put on her, because, you know, she's just young. I mean, you know, I realize that I'm kind of 27. hey, you know what? This thing isn't even budget. It's actually going up now. It's still touching its stable. So that means Sunny Valley should only be 7 now because it's 20 kilometers from home. But yeah, it's a responsibility you have when you're loving a younger person. Yeah, you can do some harm to them, and because they're really vulnerable. And hey, just because I consider myself vulnerable doesn't mean it's okay for me to. It's all about responsibility as a human being, right? But well, at the same time, though, I mean, we're just like we're driven. Humans are. There's a force that controls us, and we're kind of at its mercy. And so yeah, when you find yourself going batshit crazy, you capitulate and just give into it. Batshit crazy. It is what it is. You're welcome. So 16 minutes. Hey, this isn't too bad. We're relaxing. It's kind of nice, We're cruising through the fog now. We're way out of the high mountains. You notice the condition of the road has improved quite a bit. It's open. We got like an extra lane here now. And we're out here. There's no more avalanche zones. There was like the stop sign. It looks like a stop sign shaped symbol on a sign. It's not a hexagonal sign. It's a rectangular sign with a black stop sign and a line through it. No stopping, avalanche zone. Keep moving, nothing to see here. That could happen. They were talking about it on the news. They're expecting human-triggered avalanches to be happening. Because there's quite a bit of snow around here. I didn't see much weather where I was, but I don't know, around here it's been dumping. I feel pretty good. I'm a little tired, but I feel good, And they expect that, some people get into angina, because the drug is also used to relieve angina. They used to use nitroglycerin or something. So, if you've been on the drug for a long time and then you stop it, you might actually get kind of like a little bit of discomfort in the chest, maybe. As a part of the rebound, what they call a rebound. But this Dr. Eric Berg guy, he brought up, calcium channeled blocker. Well, don't take calcium then. I mean, that's real kind of cause and effect logic. I understand what you're saying, Dr. Berg, but there's 4 electrolytes that the human body needs, and it's calcium, magnesium, potassium, and sodium. And you've got to have all 4 of them. But yeah, but you got to keep an eye on the quantities that you eat. And if you want to optimize your health, you better. So do we do the 20 kilometers, or here we are? Happy Valley. Do we see a gas station? Should I park it? I want to keep moving, actually. Is there a gas station out there? Let's go in here and look. I don't see no gas station. No, I don't see no gas station. I bet you they don't have a gas station in these little hick towns. This is really annoying, I mean, Princeton, there was no sign. When I left Princeton, I didn't see the sign like, warning, no, expect, the gas station halfway through the province will be like closed and you can't use a credit card. Have a nice day. What kind of a freaking... I mean, look, I got a lot on my mind. So what if I didn't gas up, Big deal. Yeah, no, I don't see a gas station. I think I got to keep going. I can't just screw around here because I'll lose range, eh? I got 20 kilometers downhill. So if I run out of fuel, you're going to know about it. We'll do this together, okay? This will be an adventure. Do I have enough GAZ gas in the cylinder? Gas in the cylinder. My cylinder is low on gas. There was a story about these mountaineers. One of the guys on the trip was like a German guy. He was cut out from this guy. And he was like, the cylinder, we don't have any gas in the cylinder. We must go down. It was like some trip on Makalu, which is an 8,000 meter peak. Jeez, I think I have problems. Okay, let's keep going now. I used to read stories about mountaineering and the American Alpine Journey. Battery may run out soon. Oh, you know what? I need to find that damn cable. Okay, there's this thing. The cable. What the hell did I do with the cable? Did I put it in my pocket or something? I mean, I don't even want to turn this damn thing off. I gotta keep going, right? Yeah, maybe I was folding it up or something. Did I put it in my pocket? What the hell did I? Well, maybe I shoved it back in here. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Oh, this is the stumpy one that I don't. Yeah, they only give you like one cable. It's got to be USB 3, but it's a real pain. Oh wait. Oh baby. See, I can drive all over the highway at night like this because if someone's coming, we'll know it. And there we go. No more battery problems. Just gas problems now. Okay. So the adventure continues into the fog. See how we're still holding. It's 20 kilometers downhill. So all I have to do is like idle. 20 kilometers. God, am I going to be able to do it? We're going to find out what this Ford has got in it in terms of reserve gas range. We're going to stretch it right down to the last vapor. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's nice to have some company along with me. I don't want to do the 1,000 mile an hour thing, 1,000 kilometer an hour. At what the speed it would be, I'm doing 70, so that would be the equivalent of 700 kilometers an hour. That's fast enough. But no, you've had some fun. Now you have to come along with me at a snail's pace, down to earth. I guess high beams doesn't really matter in this. It's not like it's going to blind the guy. Come on, baby. So if you keep your speed down, you know, I should get good mileage, right? Just kind of, I got it, oops. Yeah, put it in, when I put it in overdrive, it drops to like, it was almost 2,000 RPM. Now I'm doing just about 1,300 RPM. Yeah, this thing just lugs along. Whether that gets you better mileage, it should. I mean, the pistons are going slower, right? So you're not displacing, you're not sucking as much gasoline every second because there's fewer bangs per second, right? But I think you have to actually depress the gas pedal a little more. It might be a slightly richer. Hey, you see that up there? That guy just turned in there? That's where the slide is. We're at the Hope Slide, so it's going to start going down now. You'll see. Here we go. Down, down, down. Down we go. I'm just going to let it coast. Coast to the coast. To the upper Fraser Valley. This is the final valley of the Coast Mountains down into the main Fraser. At the bottom we'll be on the Fraser River and the Coquihalla River. And there's another river too. This one down here below us is called the I don't know. Nitpicky River. I don't know. But there's three rivers, three major valley systems that are a confluence. And that'll happen in about 12 kilometers. And then it'll be an 8-kilometer flat trip. And I should coast into a gas station and get gas. And you'll be with me. symbol, that was wrong. Man, we're really flying now. But we gotta cruise. We can't brake, right? We're gonna have to just go like willy-nilly down the hill and just let her fly. We got to, right? We can't brake. There's runaway zone. See the runaway zone on the right there? So we're good, right? We're good. It's all good. Okay, no braking, no braking. I can use the whole road. I got 2 lanes. I'll just cruise over here and get the right. I'll get this guy. I don't see any. I see a little bit of a sheen, you know. I don't know, you know. I like to see where how the light of the lights plays on the road, and it's you can tell when it looks dry. Black ice though, that's deceiving. Like, it doesn't reflect. If you see it shining, you know you're gonna get messed up. I went through that in my BMW. I had a beautiful BMW, but that's gone now. I'm not gonna do the sports car thing anymore. It's for kids, stupid people. That's where I'm going to. It's just too much power. It's fun, but you get into trouble. You can hurt yourself. It's way too fast. I had the thing doing 235 kilometers an hour. Yeah, it's like 135 miles an hour. It's ridiculous. And at that speed, I mean, you're into a different zone. Like if something comes out of the trees, like an animal or something, you're not gonna be able to stop. So I only did it the one time. There was some super bikes chasing me. I had like 1,000cc super bikes on my tailpipe for kilometers until I hit a hill, and then they passed me when I didn't have the power. But they couldn't. Like the sweepers, I was doing these big sweepers. It was fresh asphalt. That was amazing. Yeah, it was like a race course. The highway was perfect. It was nuts. And yeah, I'm lucky to survive some of the stupid things I've done. Motorcycle accidents. So I'm thinking that my midlife crisis is officially over. It was supposed to be I called it my decade of disaster. I'm really painting myself into a corner when you talk that way and you use that kind of language on yourself. And you're prophesizing. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy if you talk that way. It's negative. You need somebody to pluck your negative energy every now and then. That helps a lot. Pluck it out. People are just like have a natural instinct, they're smart that way. I'm a bit blind in some ways. I see things, but I can't see other things. We all have our own vision. So it's good to listen to what other people say. If they have advice for you, listen to them. Listen to what they say. Listen carefully. Slow down. Consider their words carefully. Think about it before you react. It's moving. Now we're right on the red dot. If that thing doesn't come out of that red zone, like if it doesn't go below, maybe it'll keep going, They used to have like a little peg, then it would, the red line doesn't necessarily mean empty, does it? I don't know. Shouldn't they have more like an empirical, I want to know exactly how many liters I got? I mean, this like thing is isn't it like a piece of cork floating on they built this thing in 2004, like it was decades after going to the moon. But Ford will say, well, you should put gas in. Don't come to us. Don't complain to us. We had adequate knowledge of the range on the thing, Don't be so chintzy next time when you're filling up the gas tank, right? I put $30 in. That's a lot of money, right? Isn't it? I'm not going to drop $100 into this thing. Oh, okay, so we're getting really close now. not good to like run your tank like that. What's that? Oh, that's the Coca-Cola turnoff. We don't want to go that way. We're gonna make it, folks. I think we're gonna make it. Yeah, here's the Trans-Canada Highway. About to merge onto it. It's a light up. That was a big truck going underneath us on the Trans-Canada. Coming down the Fraser Valley. We're on the Fraser River now. It's been a while. A lot of my problems, like lately, I've had these crazy problems with my life and the way I feel about everything. And it kind of started down here with a song. Something as stupid as a song. It did something to my mind. Wait a minute. No, I took the wrong freaking. Wait a minute. No. Don't panic. This is the Trans-Canada. It felt like I was going north, but we're going west. Okay, yeah. We're okay. Crow's Nest west. Yeah. We haven't even left the Crow's Nest. We're still on the Crow's Nest. Okay, now here's the junction here. Don't panic, Tim. Don't panic. Jump to conclusions. Don't freak out. Don't react. That's the problem, eh? My brother is like really hypertensive too. It runs in the family. I don't understand how my mom's cousin had it. She had high blood pressure all her life, but she was the most relaxed person you'd ever meet. And never saw her get like edgy about anything. So I don't know. Sympathetic tone. The sympathetic nervous system has a tone. Think of it like as a frequency. It's a nerve. Nerves have a frequency. It's probably in kilohertz. Those